Good morning, everyone. This is BizChicks TV. This is the place to find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today we are here with Terry Johnson online, all the way from New York City. We're so excited because when TJ comes in, we get to talk about social media for business. So I just want to give a shout out to my partner, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups, and this is the Biz Chicks. So let's find out what TJ has to tell us about social media today so that we can run our businesses better. How you doing, TJ?
I'm doing a-okay, even though
Good.
with the little things that are happening. But
Yeah,
hey, we roll and we
all is well.
pivot.
That's all we're gonna say about it, right? All is well.
All is well.
All is
So I hope everybody's doing okay, and that that things are okay in your world. Let's just say
well.
that. I hope everything's okay in your world. And as Terralina said, I'm Terry Johnson Online, here to talk to you about digital marketing topics such as social media marketing, digital marketing, branding, SEO, websites, and email marketing, which we haven't talked about in a while, which is
Oh,
what the topic is today. Subscribe for Success is all about email marketing. How about that?
okay. Sounds like a
Um, okay, hold on. All right. I got a little activity going on. I'm like, what's going on? All righty. So, welcome everybody. Glad you're here. And if you won't mind, please share this out. Please give us an opportunity
I'm in
to
the
bring
process.
this, yeah, bring more people to the party. So, share this post. I got a little lower third there all ready for you to go, to ask you to please share this post, this video out on whatever platform you happen to be on. We're on several. I'm not going to name them. Also, you're on that social media platform, so you know how to share. You know how to say, hey, come on over here and watch this video with these two laughing ladies talk about digital marketing because we're going to laugh.
Hi, Carrie. How you doing? And hi, Cecilia. Cecilia's in here this morning too.
Oh, who do we have here? Oh, okay. Good morning,
And
Kari.
mhm.
Yeah, glad you're here. So if you're watching and we're not, because we have a platform, a system that lets us see the comments from wherever you are. So wherever you are, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be Facebook or Twitter or wherever you are, please give us a shout. Say, hey, I'm so and so. I'm in this location. Also, the replay viewers, we ask you to put in the hashtag replay game, or you can add any comment that you like. There's no rules here. Okay, there's no rules, but we really want to know that you're here. So give us a shout, a hi, how you doing, whatever comment you want to put in, it's all acceptable. Okay, so don't worry about that. And so no, just some things going on, and I'm like, whoa, okay.
Yes, every time we come in here, I think I can move the furniture over here at Facebook. I'm
Yeah,
like,
we gotta rearrange this, rearrange that.
yeah, it's interesting.
And Cecilia says, I am sharing.
Oh,
Thank
thank you
you.
so much
Thank
for
you.
sharing.
We appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
And everybody that comes in, share this post. We ask you to do that. It's because we'll have more people in the conversation. We'll have more ideas, more thoughts, more opinions, which are all those things we ask you to bring to the conversation, to the chat, so we can learn and have a little fun. That's all it's about, really. So we thank you for that. And that's we talked about this. That's my call to action.
Yeah.
So I just, you want to ask your audience to do things that facilitate the conversation, or will increase engagement or bring value to people. So we ask that you do that so we can do all of those things with the call to action. So thank you very
Like I
much,
know,
we really appreciate it.
if it looks like I'm distracted, it's because I'm sharing
No,
over
it's
here.
okay, it's
Everybody,
okay.
I wanted them to know by my face was turned in a different direction. How you
Right.
doing this morning? Let's see here.
Oh, that's spam. We don't need that. Bonnie's here. Bonnie says, "Oh my God, how is it Tuesday again already?" I know, Bonnie. It just
It's
seemed like
amazing.
yesterday we were talking before the election, and now it's like we're here. We're here. So we're here. Things are going on. We're not going to talk about, but like I said last week,
it's good to be in the house.
Like I said last week, we're rolling on. We're doing the things we need to do for our business. And Carrie says, is it Carrie or Kari? I want to pronounce it correctly. She says share. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. We appreciate it. We really do. Because, we're here Biz Chicks is here every weekday at this time, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, every weekday with something of value. Today we're talking about marketing, but it's good to bring more people into the fold and also share the knowledge and the information and the conversation, because you guys, you add stuff to this. We always having people pop in with great comments, great things that they have to add to the conversation, or they have a question or they have a comment, and that takes us off into talking about someone's business. And I love that. That's a great thing. That's a great thing that you want to do, because it's great to talk about digital marketing, which we do here, but I always like to hear you guys' stories. I like to hear what's going on with your businesses and what you're talking about, because I think we had I forgot who it was that has the catering business, and we talked about that. And then we have Lakeisha that has makeup, and then we have Pat that has the talk show.
Claudia from Boxables.
Yes. Cecilia's here. She says, share the laughter, good medicine. Yes. We're here to, it's now all lecture and, well, this is the topic and we're going to point 1, 2, 3. I don't like to do anything like that. I like to have it be organic. And that's a good thing with social media, especially. You want organic because it's occurring naturally. Organic means occurring naturally. Now, there's nothing wrong with running ads. Ads have their place. It's a good supplement, but you want to have a good organic strategy where people are talking to you, you're talking to them. You have, you're posting stuff online. They're responding. Last week we talked about, the week before we talked about user-generated content. That means you're doing something right. If you've got people that are talking and sharing about your business, your products, your services in a fun way, and they're like, that's word of mouth. So you want that because it brings more people into your sphere, into your world, your audience, where you're getting more people to listen. And when you have a bigger audience, what happens? They become customers.
Yes.
The possibility is there based on what you're presenting, what their needs are, and if it's a good fit, if it meets and everything overlaps and it's good. That's really what marketing is.
We would hope that they would become friends first.
Yes.
Customers, yes.
And that's the social media part of it. People go, why do I need social media for my business? It's the friends part. It's the part where you attract people into your world of what you're talking about.
Conversation.
And the conversation flows, and then they might not have a problem today, but they may have a problem in a week or 2 or a month or whatever. And they remember that you have the solution. So social media isn't okay. You remember the soda machines? Used to put money in. I mean, they still have them, but you would put money in, coins or dollars, and then the soda would come out, or the snack or the candy. I mean, but that's transactional, and that happens on social media, but that's not the thing that really happens, because you're there for conversation and engagement and building a relationship. So a lot of people get this misconstrued that, I'm going to go on social media and I'm going to post that I'm selling something and people are just going to buy because I post. Not true. That's not how it happens. That's not how it happens.
We're going to pronounce her name Carrie.
Carrie. Okay, good. Thank you. Carrie. See, I like that. Carrie, because I'm like, I look at it and I say Carrie, and I'm like, that might be wrong. But it's
that's Carrie. New York accent. Yeah. Because I said Carrie. Yeah. I guess Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Yeah, see Kari. Then we remember we got the caramel thing, depending on where you are. There's
Mhm.
all these regional dialects and things. How we pronounce stuff is just really fascinating. So I love that. I always
Yes,
like
you
to make
did.
sure I always like to make sure I pronounce people's names correctly because
Yeah.
that's how you want it. That's how you want things to go. All right, so today's topic with the marketing chat is I've got it here. Subscribe for success. And what are
Mhm.
you talking about, Terry? What is that?
I have no idea, Terry. What are you talking about? Let's see.
Talking about email. Talking about email marketing, having and remember I just said having a conversation with your
Mhm.
audience. Email has been around for I mean, we can go back. I think email started in the 60s. Don't quote me on that date, but I think that's the decade where email started to flow and be a thing. Now, didn't email wasn't popular as a business tool until much later, but it was already there. Just like the internet started way before we even started to use it as we do now. But the tools are there. And why do tools like email and even mail, snail mail, regular mail, why do those things still work for your business and they're still around? Because here's the deal. You could say, hey, Barb. Barb says, good morning. Good morning, Barb. I'm glad you're here. I saw the little conversation going on about that new app, Parler, Parler, and I was silently lurking and watching the comments, and I saw your comments. Very good points. But Barb makes very good points because she's got experience in that. So when you
Mhm.
have experience with a certain area or topic, and when you speak with authority, and people can see the ones that can discern can see that you're speaking with authority. You know what you're talking about. So Barb was in that thread and she knew what she was talking about. I'll say that. So thank you, Barb, for being here. Appreciate it. Um, so the old tools, I was talking about the old tool of mail, email. What's another old tool? The telephone is still useful. Even
Oh,
though we have social media, we don't throw away those old communication tools because those are the backup for social media. How many times have we seen Facebook go down, Twitter go down, and then
mhm.
business owners go, I can't sell. I can't do this. I can't do that because Facebook is down. Or I can't sell my products or I can't reach my customers because Twitter is down. But the smart ones have this tool, email, as a backup. Barbara says Ray Thompson is credited as the inventor of email 1971 ARPANET. Thank you. See, I know somebody would have the answer. So it goes back to the 70s. And Barb says, can you believe people still fax? I know it blew me away when I was like,
I,
people still
I'm so
faxing?
surprised that is still an option.
It
I
is. People still there are
remember.
certain I think there's certain businesses that they rely on that fax for some
Mhm.
I forgot the article I read, but there's some industries
That
that's
requires something.
that require it, and that's why we still have fax machines. But it's still here. So guess what? If you couldn't communicate with someone, could you fax them? Yeah,
You know what? I'm thinking probably the other people still faxing it, probably the government. I'm thinking
yeah,
like
yeah,
we are
yeah.
they're so slow to change. Let's see.
Okay, Barbara says it's pronounced ARPANET, sweetie. Thank you. So it's ARPANET. The ARPANET is ARPANET. Thank you, Barb. See, she knows. She knows. And that's what we need, people that know, and you want to have knowledge of this. Because listen, we have Gen Z that they Pat's here. I want to
Okay.
shout out Pat. Bull City Notes.
You
See?
got
I got
it.
I told you I remember. It took me a while
So
because
give me
because I'll keep thinking about Durham and the
mhm.
movie and
I
this.
did too. I always think Durham Skywriter.
No. Both of the notes. So Pat has a show. Check it out. I'm always seeing her. I'm never catching it live, but I always see her post on Facebook. So um there you have it. But we have Gen Z that they would poo poo faxing, they poo poo email. I know because I see the conversations.
Mhm. Mhm.
of certain we'll say seasoned people that have the experience. Like I said, you have the experience, so those people say, listen, being on Facebook and Twitter and TikTok and all of the Dub Smash, Triller, all of the new apps is great until they break or they go down or something happens, which
Or
is
they
possible.
turn out the lights or whatever.
Yeah, Facebook, I think a year, I'm thinking maybe it hasn't been maybe 12. Well, maybe they have. I'm not sure. I have to check. But Facebook is going down several times for like a day, and
Mhm.
businesses can't run their ads and they can't make sales and they can't do this and they can't do that. Why? Because they don't have this great, wonderful tool called email, an email list that you should grow alongside of your social media efforts, your digital marketing efforts. So you need to have a strategy. It needs to have, when you have your dinner plate, you have vegetables, you have a meat, you have a protein, you have a dessert, you have this and that, you have all those different things on your plate. And what do they consist of? A complete meal along with a beverage, complete meal,
Balance.
right?
Yes.
Right. So you wouldn't just say, well, I'm going to, well, some people do this. I'm not going to say that, but, I'll just have a piece of chicken and nothing else. Well, you usually have broccoli or rice or peas or, a vegetable or potatoes or something to go. It's a complete meal. So that's what I'm saying. You don't want to leave out email. Barr says, here's one even older, larger mat core bulletin boards, leaving 4x6 promo cards in them still
Look at that.
works. Just include barcode and graphics. Yes. Yes. You use
Cute.
the barcode or is it the QR code, Barbara?
Yeah.
The QR
Mhm.
code.
Yeah, the QR. Hmm.
So there you go. It still works. Billboards still work. Direct messaging, direct mail still works. It's just that the younger crowd, they poo-poo that. And then when something happens with their preferred method of, okay, I'm on Instagram, I'm an Instagram influencer, blah, blah, blah. If you don't have an email list to go along with that, a day could go without sales because Instagram is down or whatever platform. But if you got email, you just boop, you go right over to email.
Hmm.
And okay,
Yes.
yes, QR code, right? Use that. So you go straight over to email and you do what? Type out your message. Hey, today's sale, we having a Facebook is down sale. Take 5% off of every da 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 da, or free shipping or $5, whatever it is, whatever the message is. You send it in email because you got the list, and those people will open it. Because why? When one of the platforms or several down, people go and gravitate towards something else. Well, Instagram is down. Let me go over to Twitter. Oh, Twitter's down. Let me check my email. I don't check my email all the time, but I checked my email today because I can't Instagram. I can't go to Instagram. I can't. So see how that works?
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that you need to put to the side and poo-poo and say, oh, I don't need that. That's old. That's an old communication tool.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not.
It's still
It's
useful.
not. Yeah, it's still useful. It's your backup. Now I'm bringing up email, and I really have this saying, subscribe for success, for a reason. Because yes, email, you need an email list. You're going to talk to your people. You're going to send them information about your sales, about what's going on, new, this and that and the other. But there's a revolution. Well, I don't want to call it a revolution. I just see something new going on with email. And this, again, is something old. The newsletter. Does everybody remember when we used to call them email newsletters? I mean, we still do. But that term has kind of not been used in a while. People say, oh, my list, my list, my list. But it used to be email newsletters. Now, the newsletter is gaining in traction, but they're using a subscription formula for it. I see this mostly, and I follow a lot of copywriters and people that writers and stuff like that on LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
Almost all of them, when they post on LinkedIn, they have a link to join my newsletter because I've got more of this in my newsletter. And it's free. And guess what? You only need their email. Now, once you get them on the list, these writers, they have the newsletters, and journalists too. I've seen a lot of marketing tech people, tech journalists do this, that they have a newsletter of news, and you get it first thing in your inbox. and you get all the latest news up to when they send it. And then they have a teaser of, okay, here's a case study on XYZ company or this topic. Join my plus list. And it's called whatever plus, or what, they have cute names for it, but it's in addition to that you pay for. And it's more information, it's more in depth, it may have data you need, it may have something, but it has something that you need and you pay for. And I'm talking like, they say $5 or $2 or something a month, or like a Patreon style. If you know about Patreon, Patreon is the site where you create content.
We have new viewers, so speak about Patreon.
Okay, so Patreon is considered social media, but it's more of a subscription membership type of thing. A lot of YouTubers do it. Also, like I said, journalists and stuff, when they have information that they want to share with you that's really high value, they will do, here's how it works on YouTube. They will do like a 1 or 2 minute video on a topic and say, if you want more, join our Patreon, because we're really having a conversation over there, or we've got more videos on this topic, or we've got this, that, and the other. And the Patreon is like $3 a month, $1 a month, $5, small change. It's not like $49 a month. They don't do that. It's small numbers. And you join the Patreon. It's a website. You join it. And then whenever they put out content that's not on YouTube or wherever that's public for free, you get an update saying, okay, so-and-so posted this video, and you go and watch it. It's extra content that's valuable, and they're asking you to pay for it. And most time people pay for it because, like I said, it's $1 a month, $3 a month, $5 a month, $8. It's small amounts like that. So I'm seeing a lot of people that I follow on LinkedIn, because they're copywriters, they're writers, tech journalists, stuff like that. They're like, they'll post something on LinkedIn about a particular topic or whatever. And they say, well, if you want more, join my newsletter. And you join the newsletter, so you get the newsletter every day or every week, however they set it up, and you get topical information. But then they say at the bottom, it'll say, okay, I've got this case study, or I've got more information about this topic or this business or whatever, or the discussion is going on here. Join my plus. And I'm just using the word plus. It could be something extra. It's indicating that something is extra from the regular newsletter. Mark says, Mark says, if each of you pay me $9.95 a month, you'll never hear from me again. See, Mark's making a joke, but he got the right idea. That's the right idea. That it's membership, but it's light. It's email, because there are membership groups or membership platforms where you actually go. Like there's Mighty Networks, there's a couple others where you pay like more, like $29, $39, $49, but you get more. This I'm talking about the ones that are based off of an email list only, because the cost of entry is an email, because they give out a free email. But if there's more, and here's another example, Business Insider. If you know that website, does everybody know Business Insider? They give out news, and now they're moving to a subscription base where, and this has happened to me. They have put out a link to a story. I'm like, oh, I want to read that. And when I click it, it says, oh, you must be a Business Insider Plus or some type of subscriber, whatever it is. And it's like you have to pay the fee.
Yes.
Because that information is more valuable than the stuff they report on every day. TechCrunch has one. TechCrunch, the website TechCrunch.com. They talk about tech news. They have one called Extra Crunch. Theirs is called Extra Crunch. You pay for that, and you get more stuff. Extra Crunch. So the idea of this subscribing, and that's why I'm calling it Subscribe for Success, because you can start this newsletter idea that I'm talking about. And I've got another example with email subscription, but for products. But right now, I'm talking about those people that write stories, journalists, or they have news or information in a written form, and they share it with you via email. They can make money off of that, having a free newsletter, and then they have a extra level of membership, but it's still email. Okay, it's not like you're it's not like you're in a Facebook group where there's content and there's conversations and back and forth, like I was saying about the thread that Barb was posting in her group that I looked at. That's more of a group membership conversation. What I'm talking about here is email subscriber list with a newsletter that goes one step beyond, where you can create content and get paid for it. So a lot of tech writers, journalists, not even tech journalists, just regular journalists. Everyone is starting their own email newsletter list, and they're making money off of it. And there are several platforms that you can use. I know Review is one. Let me see. Let me bring up my notes because I hope I wrote that one down. Let me see.
Because I'm not familiar with this. So these platforms, what do? They let you put together a newsletter, or
what? Yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to get out of here. Some pop up. So did I write it down? I hope I did. Hold on, guys. I had a bunch of notes. I hope I wrote it down. Yes, I did. So these are a lot of writers, and they could be tech writers, they could be journalists talking about, it could be political. It doesn't have to be tech. It could be political, any topic. One of them is called Substack. I looked at that one. Tiny Letter, Lead, LEDE, Ghost, and Review. Now, these sites are like, you go and you set up an account, and they help you with bringing in articles to create the newsletter, and then you just send it out. Okay,
that's nice.
Some of these, like Substack, they have a free version and a paid version where you get analytics. You get more. You get analytics and stuff like that. But most of these have a free level. Now, this isn't for products. I mean, it could be, but I'm really more talking about journalists and people that write for a living, copywriters and things like that, that they write, everything they have is written. So it's a way for them to make money when they're writing opinion pieces or articles or gathering news and sending out the newsletter. That's really what this is.
Journalistic efforts, authors,
writers, and it doesn't have to be people that are authors. It could be anybody. It's more based on written, like your businesses.
Text.
What's that?
Text. People are using text-based products.
Yeah, it's tech, but it's not.
No, text. TEXT. Like when you use font on a
typewriter. Oh, text. Yes, text. Like people are writing. Like they're writing different things. So I bring this up. Oh, Dean is here. Newsletter content. That's it. Thank you, Dean. I was, for some reason it was
trying to pull that term out the sky, Dean.
Yes. So thank you, Dean, for bringing that in. He's newsletter content creation. That's exactly what it is. Thank you. Mark says there are people on Twitter that create newsletters from compiling content that they have collected from articles linked on Twitter. I know because my blog pieces are often used. They aren't charging for them, but it is interesting. I am never asked for permission, but they tell me when it has already been published. It is exposure, so I don't mind. And see, yes, that is an issue of posting, of having a website, doing a blog, and then someone discovering your content and like, excuse me, like Mark says, they may ask permission. But see, this is the deal. When you're publishing information on your blog and stuff like that, it's you're automatically covered by copyright because you are the author of that. Google knows where the origin of it comes from. But like he says, people are using it and gathering newsletter content curation and creating their own newsletter. But it goes back to Mark. Say if it's Mark and it's a link, because you can't copy his stuff. You can copy the link. You can create a little blurb saying, oh, I came across this article about blah, 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 written by Mark Ward. Go check it out. Here's the link. You can do that.
Back to his site.
Because it's linked to him, but you can't copy all of his stuff word for word and pass it as your own.
Plagiarism? Okay,
you can't do that.
Carrie says attribution is important.
Yes.
crediting the author.
Yes, you have to. And this is what I'm saying, that you're not, because I've seen some newsletters where they have copied from another site, the whole thing, and they include the link. They include the link, but they copied everything word for word, and you can't do that because, like I said earlier, you would type in something saying, "I came across this article written by Mark Ward on his website, blah blah blah.com. Here's the link. Go check it out." That you can do, because everything that's published on the internet is owned by the person publishing it. You can go out and copyright everything, but you really don't have to, because you, as the originator author, it's like I said, I'm using Mark for an example. When he has his blog and he publishes a blog post or an article, he owns that instantly just by hitting the publish button. It's his. It's his. Because it's his opinion piece written by him, and he's talking about a certain topic, and he publishes on his website that he owns. So that's why I said it's always important to have a website as a business, not rely on Facebook. Facebook is great for business, but you don't rely on Facebook for your business platform, because you want to have your own website that you own. One, because Facebook and all the others could go down, they could go away, they could stop you from doing business. I've heard lots of complaints about that this week, that, oh, this free speech, I can't do this, they blocked my ad, they did this and this and this. Well, if you own your own website, all of those problems go away. Facebook is, you don't own Facebook, you don't pay for Facebook. So to complain about it in that way, I'm like, hey, good morning, Tachi. How are you doing? To complain about that way, you don't own Facebook, you don't pay for Facebook.
Yeah.
So you can complain all you like. There's the door. Like I was saying about this new app, Parler, that everybody's rushing to. It's PARLR or LER. Barb, if you're still here, type it in for me, because I know she knows. But it's some new website, that a new app that everybody's flocking to because of the election, and they have a date of November 13th that they're leaving Facebook. How do I know? Because they're on Facebook telling everybody they are copying and pasting a script saying, Facebook censors me, I'm no longer staying here, and we're going to Parler, join me over there, and they put their username. Mark says Tati is here now. What we talk about, that's not Mark.
That's not true,
Mark. And Taji says, I've heard it's nonsense. It is nonsense, this Parler thing, this Parler app. Yes, I'm going to tell you why. And this is my opinion. And like I said, Barb,
I'm not at all familiar with this.
Like I said, there was a conversation in one of the groups that Barb and I was in. And like I said, I was lurking the thread, but Barb went in and put in, there it is. Pat put it up for me. Thank you. Parler, PARLER, is one of the sites. And Taji says, talk about me to my old time, the joke. Dean says, the amazing Miss Kari, yes, attribution is essential, and it is so important that we as authors make it easy to share and get the attribution, like simply using an author's box and a share link that automatically includes your info and attribution, etc. Exactly right, Dean. Yes, when you set up your website, you can set it up to have an author's bio, an author's box at the end of every blog post or article that you write, because it is your opinion piece. So you have ownership of that. You definitely want to have that, because here's the deal. When you do that, it's another level of ownership, because you can scroll the article. You know the website. Like if I go to businessesgrow.com, I know that's Mark Schaefer's website, because I'm familiar with Mark Schaefer. He's written a lot of books on marketing. He's a professor at Rutgers, blah, blah, blah. But also he will have guest posts written by guest authors, and at the bottom or the top it will say written by so-and-so, or at the bottom, when I scroll to the bottom, there will be an author's bio box that says Jane Doe is an authority and blah blah blah, she has talked about blah 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 for several years. You can find her on Twitter or Facebook, and here's her website. That's all that's needed. That's all that's needed. Pat says it's just like when all of those YouTubers left for Libry, LBRY.
I'm not familiar with
I'm not sure with that. I'm not familiar with that one. Taji says, love Mark Schaefer. I love him too. He's great. He's so knowledgeable. He's so knowledgeable about marketing. He's just the top. But this thing about leaving,
Mm-hmm.
and here, Dean. Thanks, Dean. It's parlor. No, I think it's parlor. I think Pat. Where did Pat put it?
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, here it is. Parlor. I think it's PARL. Here it is. Another thing. People can't find it because they don't know how to spell it.
Well,
People have misspelled. They have misspelled. Okay, so this is how I found about it this week. One of my Facebook friends put it up that, oh, yeah, you know, and it's a script that they all copy and paste about leaving Facebook because they're tired of the censorship, and Facebook doesn't let me say what I want to say, so I'm going over to Parler. Here's my username. Join me over there. And I was like, what's going on here? So I did a little investigation. I did some searching, and I found out that a lot of people that follow conservative websites, if you know, on that side, that they all have a thing where they're leaving Facebook and Twitter on November 13th.
Okay.
So they're going over to Parler where they can be free to say. So they're free to say whatever they want to say.
Okay. I don't have that.
They're free to say what they want to say. Okay, we got a lot of comments. Let me get back to them. Dean says, is Parler and all of the rest popping up just yet another social media site? Yes. Just another one popping up. Is, you know, I'm going to give my opinion in a minute.
I see the app. Is Parler the social talking app?
I guess that's it. I'm not sure. I didn't look in the App Store.
PARLOR. Well, I googled it and that's what came up. It sent me to.
It's supposed to be PARLER.
Okay.
There's different ones. There's more than one.
There's a couple of these things called Parler.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's part of the confusion. So people are going to Facebook and putting their actual their username, and they're putting like a QR thing, like a thing where you can scan to join them. Okay, Mark says, most of my intellectual property is available for a compliment or a fresh baked cookie. Who am I kidding? A store-bought cookie works too. Thank you, Mark.
Okay, here's the deal. There's one spell with ER and one spell with OR, so both of y'all are right.
Right, there's more than one. This is what I'm saying. This is the confusion. There's more than one, but I've heard people talk about the LER one.
Okay. It says the World's Town Square.
There's more than one.
Speak free. No, this is the one that ends in ER. Okay. Speak freely. Real conversations. Da 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 da.
So Taji says
free speech platform. Okay.
Right. So Taji said generally what people want to say is all thought mean, uninformed, and frankly stupid. And you're right. And then she also says nothing good would come out of Parler, trust me. True. So this is what I'm from what I'm gathering from being in different places and everything. It's a conservative, right? From what I'm gathering, it's a conservative leaning app where people are free to say what they want to say about, and you can pretty much put it together. What's going on with the election? What's going on with both parties? People are saying things. So they were being censored on Facebook. They didn't like it. So now they're going to this Parler, and it's not new. It's been around before. I think Barb had the breakdown in that thread that it's been around, but people are flocking over there, and there's a lot of hate speech. And from what I hear being reported, there's a lot of hate speech and everything directed because they're upset over what's happening this week with the election, for being called for Joe Biden. So they're feeling free to go to these sites and say what they want to say, and they are letting it fly. Is if you can read what I'm saying.
Well, bless them and may it be a blessing to the children. Okay.
And I agree. They can go. You can go to Parler and say what you like. But I'm going to tell you right now, the FBI is looking at Parler. So you go over there and say what you like. Just be prepared. Just be prepared to get a knock on your door, depending on what you're saying. So,
wow.
And again, here's the other side of it. They think they're going to kill Facebook by doing this, or they're going to kill Twitter, which means,
Really?
Facebook is gonna lose millions of users. Not happening.
Taji.
Taji said, these are the people that Elon Musk is preparing Mars for, and I say they should go. Bye.
I saw something this morning about something from Virgin, where they complete this tunnel ride. Did you see that?
DC, I forgot loop. Tachi, what did you see? What is it? Something loop. I forgot what it was. Something loop. I was looking at it.
Basically, subway that's going from
yes, the underground tube, right? And it's a hyper supersonic speed or something, and you're traveling.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
so
30 minutes from DC to New York. I was like, whoa, okay.
Alpha loop.
Yeah,
Alpha loop. That's it. That's
wow.
it. That's it. But so this Parler is going to be what it's going to be. It's not going to kill Facebook. People will still stay on Facebook. Hyperloop. That's it. Thank you, Tachi. It's Hyperloop, not Alpha Loop. It's Hyperloop.
Okay.
Yes. Virgin by Virgin.
Yeah. That makes
Hyperloop. It's not going to kill Facebook. It's not going to kill Twitter. People will stay on Twitter. Though Facebook and Twitter will be a little bit more civil now because all those people are leaving. So we say bye-bye. Dean says Parler has been around for a bit, but like all the others, it's just another channel, regardless of our political perspective. Use it, don't use it. Smart folks will make a way to leverage it to serve. And it's okay, Kari. It's okay. Don't worry about it. That's why I say I get stuff wrong too. I always ask. I say, hey, anybody in the chat, put the correct thing for me.
I couldn't think of the
don't
name
worry about it. I know it was something loop. I just could not remember the first word. So it's Hyperloop. But and Dean is right. So we're gonna let them go to Parler. And Dean says, interestingly enough, no one thought MySpace would even be toppled by Facebook. Things that make you go, see? We talk about that here a lot. I always bring it up. I say, MySpace, Friend Feed, Friendster, I've been on them all, and the next one called Facebook came along. There's going to be something to come along and sweep Facebook away, not anytime soon, but that day can come. I mean, TikTok is coming along, but that's a different generation than what's currently using Facebook now. So Facebook is the Death Star. I always say Facebook is the Death Star. So if you know Star Wars and the storyline there, you know what happens to the Death Star eventually. So eventually that will happen to Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. But I feel like these people that are like angry about this, that, and the other, nobody's making you use Facebook and Twitter. You're welcome to leave. There's a door. It revolves. If you really were going to leave Facebook, you would delete your account. They haven't done that. They just announced very angrily, like throwing a temper tantrum, a toddler stamping. You know how kids get on the ground and they kick and scream.
All of them going home.
Yeah. So that's what they're doing. They're on the floor kicking and screaming. So let them. We, the adults, will say, hey, I'm not in love with Facebook, but I know Facebook has a lot of tools that a business owner should use. So if that's your group, go with them.
Huge audience. We're talking.
So if Parler is your audience, then you should follow them there. Kari says you would be surprised who is using TikTok. And Dean says, not sure it has to do with the either or, does it? Yeah, well, This is the deal. We got
It really doesn't. You
right.
can use whatever you want to use. It's just like
Right.
shopping. You can go in any store you want.
Right. But see how I know that this is they're going over there dissatisfied
You mean it's a
is
move?
because why they're going over dissatisfied is like I said, the temper tantrum on the floor, kicking and screaming. Facebook won't let me say what I want. Why? So we're taking our toys, like Terry said, we're taking our toys and we're going to Parlor. Like, like a thumb, that thumb in their nose. I'm like, okay, enjoy your trip over there, and we're staying on Facebook because you're not killing Facebook. There's 2.3 billion users.
You know what I'm saying? So
And Barb says,
they'll
right.
be okay.
She says, right, delete versus deactivate, big difference. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. See? So that's what I said. We've been through this before. There was a whole mass delete Facebook hashtag thing like last year or something when Cambridge Analytica, that whole debacle came out. There was a whole, we're leaving Facebook. Bye. They don't leave. They say that they're going to leave. So, I said Facebook is a Death Star.
Sometimes
So
chicken, sometimes
Facebook has everything you need as a business owner, and they're going to keep you business owners happy. Now, users, well, see you later. So that's what's going on with Parler. There's a big thing. So expect to see more posts on your Facebook and Twitter leading up to November 13th.
Well, at least now I know what it is. I had no idea. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a big thing. Barb says gotta go Xbox. Yeah. See you, Barb. Thank you. Thanks for being here, Barb. I love her. Like I said, she's very experienced. She's coming in with her knowledge. We were in that thread talking, and she was educating the people.
Okay.
Dee says, gonna go serve my family and members now. Have a blessed day and beyond. God loves you. Yes, thank you.
I love it when folks do family. Thanks, Dee.
Thank you, Dee. Thank you guys for being here. So now we talked a little about Parler. So we've gotten off of email a little bit. So let's get back on in a little bit of time we have. I'm going to try to squeeze it all in. But so we talked about the email newsletter, but also the Subscribe for Success is also the subscription base with now I'm moving on to products.
Okay.
Subscription based with products, and I was catching up on Shark Tank. I love that show. And so one of the entrepreneurs came on, and she was talking about her underwear subscription service. I was like, I've heard of that before. There was another company we talked about a few years ago called Me Undies. I think it's called Me Undies. Margaritas. So this subscription thing is not new, but it's just gaining more and more traction because in this case, this entrepreneur in Shark Tank, instead of her making it, she would go and buy like runovers, and when there's a little imperfection and the manufacturer doesn't want to sell it, so she would buy those. And she did that with email. Getting a subscription online, and she's growing it. So I was just like, that's one of the things. There's underwear. There's also socks. Bombas, Bombas is another site where they do subscription socks in the mail. So remember, we're in the middle of a pandemic. All of these companies are trying to keep their sales going, keep things going. Mm-hmm. Customers still want to buy. They just don't want to go to it. They want it to come to them. Mark says, I am wearing Me Undies right now. I thought that you would like to know too. Seriously, you're wearing the Me Undies? Are you making me a joke? Mark, you better be wearing the Me Undies. But that's one of the, I think we talked about it a few years ago, that it was like you get underwear subscription in the mail, you get pet supply subscription in the mail, you get cookies in the mail, you get this in the mail, all subscription based service.
Shocked how many people order popcorn. We did a fundraiser for an organization I belong to. Mm-hmm. And thousands of dollars for popcorn. I'm like, what?
Well, if it's that Garrett's popcorn out of Chicago, yes. Oh, Mark is serious. So give us a little breakdown on the Me Undies.
Don't send any pictures.
No pictures. How do you like it? I know because it comes, you pay a fee, and the underwear comes in, and I'm not sure if can you send it back or not. I don't know, because underwear is a different kind of thing.
Okay.
But so you have that. You have the Dollar Shave Club. Men get razors in the mail. So these subscription based businesses are growing. They're growing their businesses by email. And like I said at the beginning of the chat, that email is that tool. It's an old tool, and Barb said 1971, but it's still reliable.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not as fun, but you can make it, but it's just not as fun as TikTok. And that's because Gen Z and those guys like fun. But everybody else that's not, if your audience is Gen X 45 and up, you know the deal. They're going to want email. You're going to be able to reach them with email. Slowly, it's 65 and older. They are coming to social media and TikTok and that, but they will still open their email. Mark says, I don't have a subscription. I bought a box of 10 pair last Christmas. Super, super comfortable. See? So this is the deal. You get smart with subscription by having this hybrid. Like Mark says, you can buy a one-time offer, or you can get on that subscription. So you can go. It's Me Undies. I think it's meundies.com. The other one I was talking is called Bootay. Hold on, let me get the email. The one I saw on Shark Tank, and I was so fascinated. Hold on, I got Bootay bag. I'm gonna type it in for you guys.
For real.
Go check it out. But this is women. She's only doing women now.
Okay.
Is it Bootay or is Bootay? Hold on. Bootay.
Me underwear. Is that what?
Bag.
M-E.
I think it's Bootay bag. That's the one. Let me put it on the screen so you can see. BOOTAYBAG. That's the one I saw on Shark Tank. The other one is Me Undies. ME Undies. Okay. All right. Let me put this one on the screen. Me Undies. The sock one is Bombas. That one, they were also on Shark Tank. Bombas. Subscription socks. And you didn't think that would work. But all of these companies started pre-pandemic. There are now, their businesses are booming. They are making money, and I mean millions. They're making the money. So the subscription, I had a couple others. The Dollar Shave Club. I want to say Dollar Store. The Dollar Shave Club is another one that people might be familiar with it. But all the products are coming is subscription based, email based, all by getting somebody on the email and giving them a free sample and saying, hey, you can buy, and as Mark said, with the Me Undies, you can buy the one box, or you can get a monthly subscription. It's really up to you how you want to have it, how you want to have it come to you. Excuse me. So those were some of the examples. Now, I wanted to give you real quick. Let's see, we got 5 minutes. I want to give you some of the things you need to pay attention to with this subscription-based service. Well, email, you use it for acquiring new customers. So again, with the subscription, you want to also do that. It allows you to, you sign them up. You might want to give something free or a discount. You also want to keep them coming with offers. So realize, like when Mark saying sign up for the Me Undies, if he didn't buy the subscription, he bought the one-time box. Well, Me Undies is, and he can attest to this, Me Undies is going to keep sending him emails because he bought one time. He might want to buy again. He's not on the subscription service. So see how that, and Mark, tell me if they keep sending you emails wanting you to re-up or replenish or get more.
Celia says, who would have thought underwear and socks would take off? Well, sometimes we don't want to take off our underwear and socks, but we're glad it took off as a business. I get it, Cecilia.
But see, all of these companies were started pre-pandemic, and like you said, that Cecilia, you're right. The idea was, who wants to have socks come in the mail? That's so boring.
Well,
Or
socks became a big thing last year and the year
mhm,
before. I mean, when I
um,
went to the airport, there was just a sock store. I mean,
you can thank Gen Z and millennials. These are the kind of things that they kind of gravitate towards, make a big thing, and it becomes something where usually us, we're like, older people like socks, and but that's the kind of thing that's taken off.
mhm.
It's taken off. Socks, underwear. Think I was going to bring up, yes, so pre-pandemic, and I remember having this discussion online with people. They were like, when Amazon Prime and they were going to deliver Amazon Fresh, they deliver your food, people
Yes.
were like, that's not going to work. Nobody wants their groceries delivered. And I was like, are you nuts?
I couldn't wait.
And I'm talking before the
Yeah,
pandemic.
exactly.
Because here you have it. You can shop while you're at work. A working mom can do her grocery list while she's on a break at work, and it can be delivered by the time she gets home. She doesn't have to work all day and then stop at the grocery store and take everything home and cook it. When she gets there, it's waiting. So I was like, you people are nuts. This thing is going to be huge.
I don't know what they were thinking.
I don't know. So bring in the pandemic, and you can see you can't even get. I stopped trying. I couldn't even get Amazon delivery, Amazon Fresh. I couldn't even get it. So you got Amazon, you got Whole Foods, you got Instacart,
your local grocers, all of them. The delivery service just blew up.
right? And this, but see, I had this discussion pre-pandemic. This was pre-pandemic, where people was like, "That's crazy. Nobody's gonna have their groceries delivered."
Remember the genius when Walmart came out last year with, just drive up and we'll put it in your car.
Mm-hmm.
That was
buy online. Yeah, buy online. There's an acronym for it. I forgot it, but it's buy online, and you drive up and pick it up. You don't even have to get out of the car.
Yeah.
So all of these services.
Yeah. Now they call it contactless.
Right. All of these services started pre-pandemic, and they were like, "Oh, that's nice." People were like, "Oh, that's a little convenient. That's nice," but I'm still going to go and shop. But enter pandemic, and everything is turned on its end. You can't even. I was like, I couldn't even get the Instacart to this and that. I couldn't even get it earlier in March and stuff. I just gave up because I couldn't even get it a delivery slot. It's like, oh my God, that's how popular it was. So to say. And this is another part, and I say, well, this is the best time to start a business because you don't know what's coming. So if you start it now, like these guys, the Bombas, the MeUndies, Amazon Fresh, and all of this other stuff, if you start it now, your business is going to grow. You don't know what's coming. You don't know what's going to happen. So these are the things. And an old tool, and I labeled this. I said an old tool called email is the basis of a whole bunch of these things. Even with the, we were talking about the writers and the copywriters and the newsletters, they're making money off of that. It's not even curation. It's them creating a product that they create, like Mark and his blog. If you create opinion pieces, get people to sign up, and then create another level where they pay for extra, you make money off of that. So those things weren't making money off of newsletters before, but now they are. So those are some of the trends, some of the things I want to bring up about email. And I said, subscribe for success, because you see these examples, and there are many more where it's just, you get the email, you're in the door. It's up to you. Once you get in the door and get in the house, you can build a relationship, sell your products and services, keep people engaged, let them know what's coming. See, you want to tease them, mouth-watering tidbits. I always like to say breadcrumbs, all of those things, because you want to keep them engaged. An email is one way to do it with the subscription-based model. So you might want to think about it in your business. Figure out products, yeah, you can definitely get in there. But if you're a service-based business, coaches, whatever, figure out how you can turn your information, what your opinion and what you know, into a newsletter and getting them on to another level where it's a paid subscription. It's doable, is what I want to say. It's doable. You just have to think about it, plan it, and strategize.
Okay.
Okay. All
Well,
right. So
Mark's got his joke here. I didn't post it. Listen.
let's put it.
He says he's offering subscription abuse. I will belittle you intermittently to keep your ego in
I
check for a
can't. I
small
can't,
monthly
Mark.
fee. Okay.
I love it, Mark. I love it. I
And then
love it.
then Cecilia's talking when I made the joke about the underwear. She says,
Take it off, right?
yes. And then she says, remember disposable clothing? I heard of that years ago. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And the call is coming.
From inside the house. That's the screen. The movie screen. Yes, I get the reference. Thank you, Mark. I'm loving it. So see, I'm glad that everybody's understanding and seeing, we're talking about email, and it's old, but it's still around. Just figure out how to incorporate it in your strategy. How can I, this subscription based stuff is taking off. How can I do it if I have products, and how can I do it if I'm just service based? There's a way to do it. You just have to, the service based part of it, you have to think a little harder. And if you need help with that, find me. And I'm going to put up where you can find me.
Very good.
So you can find me Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. There's the website. Send me a message, reach out, let me know what it is that you need to know, and we'll be here. And also the Biz Chicks, we want you to join the Biz Chicks.
So if you're looking to join Biz Chicks, you can text Biz to 33777. Also, remember that we do text services for individuals and for seniors. So if you know somebody who needs our assistance, just give us a direct message over there, or either on Facebook or on our webpage, which is bizchicks.net. So with that, we want to remind you that tomorrow is Wednesday, and we will be talking to Coach Kara about your money mindset, because your money should be on your mind.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. So, in
Definitely.
addition to that, we want to thank you for your time. We really appreciate you. We want you to know that we look forward to talking to you every day here on Biz Chicks. Thank you again, Terry. Is there anything you want to share before I remind them?
No, just remember, if you need help, we're here to help. Reach out to me. I'm everywhere, Terry Johnson online. Just whatever platform, Google, wherever you can reach out and find me. Let me know, because we're here to help. Again, want to thank the replay viewers for watching, and let us know where you are, or just put the hashtag replay gang. And if you have a question, put it in, because we're still watching the chat, so it's still active.
All right, guys. So remember to go to the front of your own line, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Bye.